Thank you for joining us today. Let us know where you're joining us from, the usual thing that I always ask you all to do. Apart from that, let us know if you're able to type in the chat box. In case you're not, we'll open it up. We'll make sure that it is opened up for everybody. And welcome to this very special webinar. I, for one, I'm really excited about this particular webinar because it's a very interesting kind of a concept, which I'm sure you all will also, really like. And this is part of our series, which we have started, uh, where creativity in coaching with novel techniques that are applied in coaching. But before we delve into the webinar, I would just like to take 2 minutes of your time to announce a few programs that we have coming up. There are 4 ICF level 1 programs that we have coming up with Drevan Days, Tracy Brown and Richa Chadha, who are holding one program. Both of these trainers will be leading one program, level 1 program. Then there is a program which is happening in person in Bangalore, India. Again, a level 1 program, and another program with Smita R as the lead trainer. Apart from that, we have a level 2 program happening with Cindy. But apart from this particular ICF level 1 programs, which usually keep happening all throughout the year, we have 2 special programs happening. One is the Mega ACTC program happening with 6 trainers. Now, usually this particular program, which is the Mega ACTC program, is a very unique program. A, because it has 6 trainers leading the program, and 2, because this particular program happens not regularly, and we usually have it after a gap of 6 months or so. So that adds to the uniqueness. For any inquiries that you have about the program, feel free to check out our events calendar. Denz, if you could just paste the link on the chat box for this particular program. And another program that we have, which is again a unique program because it doesn't happen very regularly, is the Coacharya Coaching Supervision Program happening on the 31st of March, 2025, with Ram Ramanathan, who is also joining us in the webinar today. And apart from this, if you've been looking for in-person training to kickstart your coaching journey, you must definitely check out our in-person program happening in Bangalore, India on the 14th of February. That's it from my side, and all the information is here on the screen. We will also be posting all the links in the chat box shortly. And keep the questions coming. Let's make this webinar as interactive today as possible. Over to you, Ram.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Yamini. Just to add to what Yamini said, this kind of an ACTC program that we are planning, and many of you probably are familiar with ACTC, you need to be at least minimum ACC to be able to join that. It's not for freshers, or you can have a PCC if you like. It's more about team coaching, so we are doing it as a systemic team coaching ACTC program. And this is the first time that we are having pretty much all our senior trainers coming together to offer this program. Cindy, Ujjwal, Pranav, myself, Priya, Ramesh, the 6 people who are probably, in a sense, doing all the 3 levels of programs most of the time. So this is something very special. So those of you who really want to move from individual coaching alone to something which is likely to be the future of coaching, which is team coaching and systemic team coaching, this may be extremely critical for all of you. And we'll talk about the supervision in another session. But today, the session belongs to Vijaya. It's a bit of a story that how we met Vijaya. She made a caricature of my mother-in-law, a friend of ours, and my wife happened to see it. And that was around the time, soon after that, we had a conference, and we invited her to make caricatures of all the speakers. There were about 25. And they loved it. It was something special. It was not like a normal kind of plastic, idiotic display thing that people throw away in the waste paper basket. This was actually a picture. It was not even a photograph that Vijaya drew. It was quite amazing, and people loved it. So we thought we would bring her. And when I talked to her, and she also, my entire family was here during the Christmas vacation, and then Vijay had the time to hold a masterclass for my grandchildren, children, my wife, and they thoroughly loved it. And in discussion with her, it came up. In fact, my daughter, who's with Better Up as a senior person, she mentioned that, yeah, Vijay said somewhere that it could be extremely useful for adults as well. I mean, you could possibly use it as a coaching book. And which is why we are offering, and the theme of creativity in coaching. It's not the same old kind of coaching stuff that we are talking about here. Can we integrate other methodologies? Probably people haven't seen any great names, and therefore they haven't. It's a loss if they haven't come today for this particular session. It's just too bad. But we will be having similar sessions with people who are truly different, and they're offering another perspective. And so, one, Vijaya is likely to, I don't know what really she's going to do, but she's going to put you through some hoops in terms of how to sketch. And from there, lead into something about visioning yourself and stuff like that, which is not very different from esoteric programs that we run in Create Your Future and stuff like that. So I'm truly holding my breath and waiting for what transpires during the session. Thank you, Vijaya. All yours.
Thank you so much. No, no jumping through hoops here. If anything, y'all need to relax. And the best art happens when you're having fun. So as long as you guys have a pen and paper or a pencil and paper, you're good. If I like this session to be a little bit of an interactive session, if y'all can keep messaging me on the chat, my chat is open here, so I'll keep responding. And I've been doing this for the past 8 years now. I've been teaching people how to draw faces. But this particular session, the special part about this session is I've only done this session with kids before. And you have the unique opportunity of dreaming like a child, which I think we always do, we just forget sometimes. So if you guys can just pick up your pencils or your pens, and once you have that, I can start. Yeah, even if I get like two thumbs ups, I can start on the chat. I'm not sure if these sessions are usually interactive, but okay, amazing. Two thumbs ups. Cool. So, first thing we're going to do is we haven't probably used our pencils in a very long time. Then, if you could pin the sketchbook, I'm not sure if you've already done that to the chat. We have a pencil and paper. Can we start scribbling now? Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much. Yes. So we're just going to scribble a few circles here to warm up our hands. One thing I need you to be mindful of when you're using your pencil, especially because you've used it after a long time, even if you're using a pen, it's okay, is we're holding a pencil lightly and loosely. And unlike when we use a pen, which is very close to the paper, which is extremely hard on the paper and very close to the nib and the paper, we're going to use our pencils very, very softly. And we're just going to keep scribbling so that our hands befriend our pencils again, which we haven't probably done in a very, very long time. So just to get used to the paper, get used to the pencil. If you hear the pencil, that pencils usually have like a crunchy, crispy kind of sound, unlike our pens that make no sound at all, which is no fun. Yeah? Can I get two yeses? Amazing. Thank you. All right. So we're going to draw two. Amazing. So the next part of our session is what I'm extremely excited about. I'm a huge believer in vision boards, and I make a vision board every year. And the good thing about this session is I'm so glad it's the beginning of the year. That's when we are planning things out for the year. We are making big plans and big executional plans, and we want them to be fulfilled by the end of the year. And planning is such a default simple tool, right? We all do it. Everyone does it in their jobs, everyone does it in their life. um, but I believe for a good plan to come into action, you need a little bit of luck, a lot of confidence, and clarity, mainly clarity of where you want to be at the end of it. I think we get so caught up in to do lists, and I'm sure if you've been a part of Coacharya, this might be coming up a lot. Um, you get so caught up in to lists, we get caught up in the doing, so much of the doing part of it. And this visualizing helps in the visualizing of what your final result is going to be, what it's going to feel like, what it's going to look like. And visualization is a very powerful tool, and how powerful it is to create it yourself. So, this is what we're going to do today. We're going to do it with our own faces, and you're going to draw your own faces. In case you don't remember what you look like, you can have a mirror in front of you, you can have your camera in front of you, so you can also remember what you look like. But the different thing of what you're going to look like is we're going to draw you at the end of 2025. Imagine yourself 31st December 2025, and what that's going to look like, what that's going to feel like. And we're going to think about this in three ways. One is, I love post-its, so I use post-its a lot. Um, One is an outward vision, and we're going to think about how we look like. Am I going to have a different hairstyle? Am I going to get piercings? What looks different about me? Am I going to get a new hat? And then we have our inward visions. This, is the most important part. So, inward visions, we're going to think about it in three ways again. Inward visions, we have our mindset. How can we show our mindset? Our mindset we will show through expressions. Yeah, and over here in the expression exercise, I'll try to cover as many expressions with my drawing. But if there is any special expression you want to give your own drawing, please type in the chat and I'll tell you how to make them. So, one is mindset. The second one is achievements. What do you want to achieve by the end of 2025? And what we're going to do is we will draw shoulders to your character, and your shoulders will carry a t shirt, and your achievement will be written in nice, bold block letters on the t shirt that you're wearing. And it's very important to write it down words. I'm sure you know writing is again an extremely powerful tool. And just to have your vision with your face that you can constantly look at throughout your year, I am so sure you're going to feel so empowered to achieve the things you want to achieve. So that's for your achievements. And how do you achieve your things? It's also, we sometimes forget what makes us achieve these things, and it's us, it's the strength in us. And we all have unique strengths. We all are really good at very particular things, and sometimes we could forget about them. And so, a good thing would be to add that reminder of what our strengths are as a little crown. If you're uncomfortable drawing a crown, you could draw a cap, but I would sincerely advise you draw a crown because you want to make yourself feel special. You're a very important person, so draw yourself as royalty. That's the inward visions. And now we have our environment. Our environment visions is, where do you imagine yourself to be? Are you working? Are you giving a speech? Are you with your family? Are you in the kitchen? Are you dancing? Where are you? What is your environment behind your face look like? I'll try to cover that in this session, but in case if you're not able to do that, that's something you can work outside of in this meeting. Yeah? But right now we're going to mainly focus on our outward and inward visions. Cool. Are we ready to draw faces? I got one thumbs up, got two thumbs ups. Amazing. Thank you. I'm going to keep this here just so that you remember what our inward visions are. We first start with a circle. I'm just going to do a quick recap of our 5-step hack. We draw a circle. We are using a light and loose pencil. All the faces start the same. We draw a line here. We draw a plus sign on our faces. And we're going to extend the center line a little bit. It could be a lot also. If you have a beard, it could be longer. If you have a small chin, it could be shorter. I can see my face here, so I can see what it's going to look like. All right. Now we draw our side parallel lines. If you have nice fluffy cheeks, you could draw a little curve line also. Doesn't need to be a straight line. I do, so I'm going to draw curve lines. At any point you want me to stop and repeat a process again, please feel free to let me know. So me as have protruding chins. I'm going to draw a little protruding chin for myself. So I visualize myself to be extremely calm as well as happy. So I'm going to draw a calm face as well as a happy face, a calm, content face. Hopefully, a lot of things I've done throughout the year has come to fruition, and I'm enjoying the fact that so many things fell into place, and now I'm just happy and probably not working too hard at the end of the year. So, my expression will be calm. We have the line under the first line. This is your eye line. The first line was the eyebrow line. A good hack is to also start your circular shape of the ear from the eye line. I have long ears, so I'm going to draw long ears. Yeah. Alright, I'm going to get to the expressions now. Please let me know if there is any particular expression you want me to show it to you here, how to draw it. Since I want a calm expression, this is going to be, we drew a curve like this. We're going to draw a inverted curve, a thinking expression. Okay. So when you're thinking is, I feel like as much as it's an inward activity, it's also an outward activity. So your eyes are open. So what we're going to draw is open eyes. I'll just give me a sec. For a thinking expression, we're going to draw just two circles. Could be elongated circles, any kind of circles, and a raised eyebrow, one raised eyebrow, and the other eyebrow, which makes it really interesting, is an even more raised eyebrow. Doesn't this person look like he's thinking? And thinking is also sort of absorbing what's in your mind, what's in your environment. So you're also smiling, also slightly smiling that you're having this experience, you're thinking, you're in the thought process of what you want to be thinking, what you want to be planning. So here's your soft, slightly smiling expression of thinking. Does that answer your question, Brinda? You can have your chin line here. There you go. Amazing. All right. This is my calm face. This is my big smiley face because I'm calm as well as happy. If I want to know how to draw tongues, I'm going to draw a tongue now because December is my happy eating month. Everybody is cooking yummy things. All my friends, all my family is, especially when I go home, my mom gets very excited about winter vegetables. So there's lots of gajar ka halwa at home. So my tongue needs to be represented in this, in my December 2025. And this is where, this is the inside of your mouth, and we're going to make sure that's a block shape. So again, it pops out. And we're going to draw our hair as shapes. Your hair could come in front of your ears, it could be behind your ears, it could fully cover your ears also. Anything that you wish represents your face at the end of 2025. I have a little mole on my nose. I don't have a nose here, but I'm going to draw the mole. And my chin line. Anywhere anyone has a doubt about drawing any particular shape, any particular hairstyle, any particular expression. I'm going to start drawing my crown. Again, I'm going to draw a lopsided crown. Make sure your crown has enough space to fit in your strength. If you're struggling to think about what your biggest strength is, think about your biggest achievements until now and what was it in your nature that made you achieve all of the things you did. How to draw dimples? That's a great question. I love dimples. So your dimples fall in the line of your upper lip. So I'm going to draw dimples just to display over here. It's going to be in line with your upper lip and just a curve like this. Curve like this. Dimples are actually in different places for people. You can judge for yourself and it'll be a very small curve like this. Just like that. How to draw a cleft on the chin. What's a cleft? Natural opening or crack. Okay. Let me see if I understood this right. Oh, it's that chin with a little bit of a it's a dimple chin. Correct. A dimple chin would again the same thing as we place it on our cheeks, we're gonna place it on our chin. Right here, and it could touch the edge of your chin. Or I've seen people have dimple chins that are a little higher as well. So wherever it is, it could be higher or it could be low. Simple. Super simple. A lot of times in my workshops, sometimes you get a little confused with your bottom line. So make sure that your end of the circle that you drew initially, is not the end of your face. It's just a guideline, and then you draw the chin. I'm very grateful for this workshop because, as much as I have my vision board ready, I don't think I've made my own version of it. So, this is great. I can use this from the workshop. How do you show long hair? So, long hair can, of course, be different. It could be long curly hair, it could be long hair that falls in front of ears, hair that falls back of the ears. I will try and cover all. All right, so again, same principle. We are not drawing strands of hair, but we are drawing shapes. So I'm not sure about the hairline. Your hairline could be inside your shape, but your long hair will go outside your shape, outside the circularish shape we've already drawn for the face. It's going to steer away from that, and our hair is sort of thinner at the top and then it spreads out. As your long hair goes down, it sort of spreads out. So we're going to keep making your shape a little bit more bigger as you go down. So that's another sort of curve line that happens. If you have straight, you can obviously draw. If you have pin straight, you can obviously draw pin straight. If you have curly, think of the shape as a cloud. Or it could be waves at the end. Just think of it in shapes. Yeah? How to draw a side face. That's very interesting, and that would be another 20 minutes of a workshop, but I'm going to quickly show you one. Especially over here, since we're not drawing noses, is the same thing. You draw a circle and one line, the line that we drew, the center of the face line comes here if you think about it in a side face, and this is your other line. In the same process, your side jawline will come here and you join them. Yeah, and you have your plus here and you have the bottom here, so now you know where exactly your ear goes. So this is your ear. Just make sure your ear doesn't go beyond your skull. So you have a little bit of your little part of the head there. You have your ears. And since we're not drawing noses here, it's the same thing. In the same line, you have your eyes here and you have your eyebrows here. If you're drawing a smile, it's simply one line. And if you're drawing big teethy smile, then it's almost like an indent that you have. That's it. It's pretty much the same process, but you have to like visualize it sideways. It's the exact same steps. Yeah, Brinda, did I answer your question? Yes. Amazing. Amazing, amazing. Do we have our crowns in place? I definitely want to get a ear piercing at the end of 2025, so I'm going to draw that. Now, if I can have your attention on the screen for just 2 minutes, I'm going to show you how your neck and shoulders come into place. So, as I mentioned before, we are drawing something called the chibi style, which is almost like a miniature version of you. So, our neck won't be bigger than this. So, you have your chin space. So, it's going to be, you have a long neck, you can draw a long neck, you have a short neck, you can draw a short neck, and make sure that your shoulders don't go beyond your ears. It's better to draw them exactly where your ear ends. And then the arms could flare out because that's how our arms are, especially if you're standing like this. They're almost never straight. A slight curve there. That's where you have your shoulders. Yes, now you can go ahead and draw yours. If you remember, on our t shirts, we are writing down the achievement that we want to have at the end of 2025. I want to have 10 great reviews from my clients. And we have to make sure that this is not an action, this is a result, this is an achievement. So I could easily write, oh, do 10 really nice projects to the year, but I'm writing to get 10 great reviews so we know it's a successful project. It's not just a project for the heck of doing it, it's a project we are doing to its full satisfaction, to the client's full satisfaction. It's a result of your doing rather than just a doing. How to draw glasses. So I got my eyes operated just 2 years ago. So I used to draw myself with glasses all the time. So I'm going to keep the glasses. So we're going to start with all glasses have different the mid holder thing. But the most important thing, and this is also one of the most important thing I learned from my art teacher in college, was that it's never an interesting experience for anyone to see two shapes side by side. They should either be intersecting like this, either have intersecting shapes, or they should be far away from each other. But when they're just merely touching, it's not a very interesting view to have. So that's the same principle we're going to apply for our glasses. So the interesting thing about glasses, when you see a person in their 2D perspective, the glasses, the end of your glasses, I don't have glasses, I'm going to show you. But the glasses completely align with the edge of your face. But we're going to try and avoid that. Either the glasses pop out of your shape face like this. Like the shape should pop out. This is not clashing. This is inside. Or should be inside your shape face. Depends on if you have big glasses or small glasses. All right. That brings us to the end. You can keep drawing, and of course, please share your drawings. I think, yeah, you can share your drawings to support at Coacharya, and I will get those. Thank you so much. I had so much fun, and I'm going to use this for my own inspiration as well. Ram's become a puppy.
How do I take the puppy out? I have no idea.
I mean, it's adorable. There you go.
I don't know how the puppy came in the picture. Okay. Okay, guys. Thanks a lot, Vijaya. It was fantastic. It's really fantastic.
Thank you.
Yeah. Coaches need to live lives. They need to be cool, chill out.
Yeah.
It's not life and death. Okay. Yamini, thank you very, very much. Yamini, can you, Billy would like to close the
Yeah.
session?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us for this super cool, quirky webinar today. Thank you so much, Vijaya. It was so much fun. I was so excited, and I absolutely related so hard with with Kitty, who said that she couldn't stop smiling. I couldn't do it. Was just fabulous. Thank you so much for giving
Sure.
us this masterclass today. Just as we close this session, just a couple of webinars that we have lined up in the coming months. Yes, Denz will just share his screen, and some programs will be coming up. So what we will be doing is we have come up with five different themes, or five different topics on which we will be having these webinars. Two of these you have already seen. One is the inner eye, which revolves around spiritual intelligence. Sorry, this will be led by Gayatri Krishnamurthy, whom you have seen in a previous webinar, and the other one is the Saptaswara framework webinars, which you saw just last week. So these are the two. These are the two which you have already seen. The third one is Cindy's masterclass to expand our width and breadth of coaching skills. This particular one, which I also told you before in the webinar, is the creativity in coaching, where we will be fusing novel techniques that can also be applied to coaching. This was one of these. The other one is where Coacharya trainers will demonstrate their methodologies and their experience and expertise in different tools and techniques and which are used in coaching. So we are coming up with a lot of different webinars for all of you. Make sure to just watch our events calendar space. Dens will be posting the link here. We can also obviously later send it to you, and we will be uploading it soon on our website. The information will be available on our website very soon. So watch that space. But apart from that, if you or anybody is from an organization who can benefit with coaching, or who would like to introduce coaching into their organizations, you should know that Coacharya also does leadership development programs. We have done a variety of programs. There are several programs that we do which are our flagship programs, so make sure to reach out to us. And you can also reach out directly to me at yamini@coacharya.com. That is my email ID, and we will be seeing you soon. Also, lastly, do share your doodles with us. Please do share your doodles with us. Share it on social media. Tag us, tag Vijaya. You would already have our information on our page. Tag us, and we would love to showcase them on our social media and our blog, possibly. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us today. Have a great night, morning, evening, wherever you're
Post
joining.
on the social media, your LinkedIn posts and whatever it is about Vijaya. we would like her art to be more famous than what it is now. It's already famous, but it should be more famous. Thank you all very much. Thanks a lot, Vijaya. Thank you. I will share it later with you in person. Okay, my doodle. Thanks. Bye. Take care. Thanks, Yami.
Thank you
Thanks.
so much, everyone. Bye. Bye.